All right, the tables are proportional. So this table's proportional. We need to find the missing values for it, A and B. So when they say the word proportional, they're giving you a big clue about the table. They're telling you that if you look at A to B as a ratio, A to B, or you look at B to A as a ratio, that they're all the same all the way across. When you make this comparison for each set of numbers, A and B, you will get the same exact value. So it's a proportional table. Their unit rates are the same too. That's another way to think about it. So we're looking at this. I'm going to go with this ratio because a lot of times when we're looking at a proportional table, we want to find that K value, the constant of proportionality. So I'm just in the habit of going B to A. The dependent variable down here compared to the independent variable up top. So my value here says the table goes 4 to 1 and 24 to 6. So I have two values that I can just look at for a second. We've got 4 to 1 and 24 to 6. Which is also reduces to 4 to 1. So what that's telling me is I am going to create equivalent fractions based on this unit rate. So, or unit fraction. So I have 4 to 1, and that has to equal 12 to my A. So I'm looking for A right now. And there's a few ways, obviously, to do this. There's not just one right way or one wrong way. Well, there are some wrong ways, but you can look at this. Some of you may have already just looked at this pattern. We're going to, proportional tables, you multiply by the same amount to get from A to B. You can find a formula. Okay, so there's several ways to do it. Right now, I'm just thinking about equivalent fractions, proportional tables. All of these ratios are equivalent. So looking at this, I'm saying, hey, to get from 4 to 12, I had to times by 3. So to keep the fraction equivalent, I'll times by 3. So I find that A is equal to 1 times 3, which is 3. And then when I'm looking at B, I can go 4 to 1 again. It's easy to use the unit rate to see what you're doing. And then it's 7 in the bottom, because that's my A, and I have B in the top. And when I go from a 1 to a 7, I have to times by 7. So I have to do that to the top to keep the fractions equivalent, and I get 28. Again, some of you may not have thought of it that way. You could multiply by 4, multiply by 4. In this case, we would divide. We would divide this, divide that table by 4. So, because I'm going backwards. So I divide 12 by 4 to get my 3. And then this one I'm going forward, so I would times 7 by 4 to get my 28. So again, there's multiple ways to find your answers. Those are just two ways that I see students do this problem.